It was all going well. We'd just done our first border run and then we got stopped at immigration on the way back into Malaysia. This video might save you the stress that we had.
Hey there, we're Trace and Rich, and we're a couple in our mid-50s who have decided to pack up and leave Australia and move to Asia. We know that there's lots of you who are considering the same thing, and we know that because our videos have gone off, as they say. The reason we're doing these videos is because when we were looking for other people around our age who had explored and done similar things to what we're looking at doing, we couldn't find anyone. There's heaps of backpackers.
Yep.
There's heaps of the luxury stuff.
Correct.
And we're your typical Aussie business owners who are fed up with what's going on at home and wanted to try something different.
So we ended up here and we started making some videos, and we appreciate all the comments and also the ideas, which we'll keep doing. And we've got cost of living videos coming up. We've got more supermarket trips, wet market trips, what we do on a weekend that we can show you, all those sort of things around here, and also, other things we're considering as well. So we're not, we never said, and from day one, we never said Malaysia is home forever, and we're still deciding that. So, but I know you want to hear what happened in immigration, so let's get to that.
So we are currently living in Penang, Malaysia, and we went and did our border run to Thailand because we thought, let's explore Thailand.
And everyone says, yeah,
just do 3 days. You'll be fine.
Exactly, yeah, just come back, 90 days in, out. And we're like, yeah, okay, well, we'll do 10 because we want to make a bit of a holiday of it. But there had been a little bit of chatter lately, hadn't there, about people getting stopped.
And we thought, well, because we've given it 10 days, that should be enough. But no, it wasn't enough. No. Just quietly, we got into a bit of trouble coming back in at Penang International. So,
yeah, we got in, and we were the first one. I don't know if we were the first ones for the day through immigration, but we were the first ones of our plane for the day in. You went to one gate, I went to the other gate. You would have got through, but
I filled out my digital arrival card incorrectly. A typo on my passport number, 1 digit out, because I'd done it from my phone. And she was like, no, you just need to go fix it, do another digital arrival card. And I was like, yep, great.
So there's the first tip. Make sure you get your digital arrival card right. And then I went to a gentleman and he's like, how long are you going to be here for? It's like, I don't know, 90 days. We're just exploring. Where are you staying? So we said where we're staying. And he goes, have you got a return ticket? And I was like, well, no. And he's like, why not? I said, well, we're not sure when we're leaving. We might be here for 40 days. We might be here for 90. We're not sure. So he said, stay there. I said, okay. And he walked off to the office on the side.
The big boss. He went to the big scary
boss. And I'm looking at Tracy, and you're like, well, I filled out my card, so I've got to go back in and do that. It's like, cool. And then he comes out, then he's like, come over here. It's like, right.
My heart was racing at this point because I knew I just had to fix up my digital arrival card, but I could see Rich, they weren't going to let him in. And I'm like, I know I could get through, but I couldn't go through without him getting through. Like, we were in it together.
So thankfully you didn't. Thankfully that happened. Otherwise you would have been through thinking, where am I? Yeah. So anyway, so the lady, she comes out behind the counter and there's glass there, and I'm struggling to hear her, and she's like, she's like, oh, are you together? It's like, yes. So then you got roped into it as well.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, where are you staying? Oh, we're staying at the Marin. It's like, oh, well, what?
Who are you staying with?
Yeah.
Like, how long are you staying for?
And have you got a receipt for the accommodation and all that? We're like, well, we signed a lease. Well, you can't sign a lease. You're on a tourist visa.
Which is like the opposite to what
we'd been told
us.
Yeah.
When we signed our lease here, we said to our real estate agent, we're just on a visitor visa now. We haven't decided which visa, like long-term visa, we're going to apply for. And he was like, no, that's fine. You can sign the lease. It's not fine.
And she's like, well, no, you can't do that. We're like, well, we have. And then it's like, well, where's your ticket out? Well, I said, well, we don't know when we're leaving.
And we tried explaining to her. We were like, oh, we'll book a ticket out, but we don't know where we want to go yet, and we don't know what time frame. And
she's like, well, you need to book a ticket back to Australia.
Like, nah.
before we can't let you out. I was like, okay, no worries. And then we sat down and we started thinking about it. And then you went back up and you're like,
I don't want to go back to Australia yet.
Can
and
we
it's
go
for
somewhere else?
holidays,
Yeah.
and it's expensive. I don't want to go in that time period.
Can we go somewhere else? And the guy goes, oh, well, yes, as long as you've got a ticket out. So now we're going to Bali in Feb. Or late January.
End of Jan, yeah.
Yep.
So we're like, where can we go? Where's somewhere that if we have to go back to Australia, it's on the way home, cheap flights.
Yep.
We'll quickly, Bali, let's go to Bali.
So I think that's the tip, is just to have a ticket to show that you're actually leaving when you say you're going to leave within that 90-day period. So big lesson learned. As you know, and if you watch our videos, we are by far experts on any of this, and we're learning as we go. And so the heart was thumping a little bit,
I mean, mine was thumping way more than a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
I was scared.
And it's like, well, yeah, because we only bought a couple of things because we went to Thailand for 10 days. We've got all this stuff back in the apartment. What's going to happen there? No one's got our keys.
Yeah.
How's that going to work? So we're looking at how we got back and okay, we better start looking at visas a bit more seriously.
It did get our butts in a gear.
Yep.
It did.
And from our previous video, there's digital nomad. We can get a company visa. So we're looking at all those things to see. But the other thing was that after spending 10 days in Thailand, we're like, And
not only that, so after we got back and we got in, and my heart was racing all that Saturday. Like, I'm one of those people that doesn't like getting into trouble. But we spent the whole day, we were so tired, so we were watching telly, and then we got a message from a couple on WhatsApp who had also been to the digital nomad event, or capitalist event in KL, and there's like an Aussie expat group, and they were like, hey, we saw you guys are in Penang, do you want to catch up? So we're like, yeah, great, we'll catch up. We went and caught up with them, and they were singing the praises of Thailand. And by this stage, I'm like, what if Malaysia doesn't want us? What are we going to do? We had a great night with them, and now we've got people selling us on actually moving to Thailand.
Well, you would have seen from our last video, we had Ash who was here, who we bumped into.
If you haven't seen it, go watch it. So
he's been in Bangkok for 3 years, and he's talked about his experience of leaving Australia and being in Bangkok. So he's singing the praises of Bangkok.
Yeah.
And look, we as I said, we went to Hua Hin, had a great time there. It is very different to here. We love getting out on the scooter and finding little hidden beaches and rusty bridges.
Yeah.
It's got a very relaxed feel about it.
It does. So, I still love Malaysia, and I still think
definitely.
we need to, we've got our 12-month lease. So, but it's looking at, we could potentially, we've still got to go down to what they call the ghost city, which is down towards the border close to Singapore, where we can set up a business there, and that would give us a 12-month visa. So we could actually set up a business down there, and then also get we can buy an elite visa for Thailand as well.
Oh, we could just buy monthly too, because we're almost over 55, so we classify as a retirement visa. So there's a lot of balls in the air and a lot of things to juggle, and we're not sure yet, are we?
So if you've got any tips and tricks, we're more than happy to hear them. But what it did show is we just have to be a little bit more planned. We've got to have a ticket out.
Yep.
And we're happy to explore other places. You've all seen our apartment here and what we're spending, so we can afford to have our apartment here and be away for 2 months and then come back and have all this as our little home base. So
yeah, exactly. So so trip with Thailand, as I said, we'd only been to Phuket before, and then we're like, oh, hang on, there's a lot more Thailand than Phuket, obviously.
Yeah.
So we're keen to do that. As I said, we had Ash here for a week, so he's told us all about that. We're going to head up there for Christmas, I'd say now.
Yep.
And experience some more.
Yep.
But when we get back to the immigration thing, just kind of, and then people going, oh yeah, we've heard they're cracking down more. So we don't know whether that's the case and whether it will last for a month or whatever, but we're not sure. I'm sure there'll be some comments on here about people saying yes or no, and how it might have changed in their experiences.
Yeah.
So we really appreciate those comments on there. And we'll just play it by ear. But we are actively looking at our visa situation now, where we're probably more just getting here, relaxing and enjoying it.
I mean,
not
really,
too
we've
worried
only,
about
we've
it.
only been here, what,
3 months. That's why we left.
3 months. So, yeah. I think that's it for our border run, getting stopped at the border visa experience. And we've had a lot of comments that people really like the shopping videos. So this weekend, it's Thursday afternoon now. This weekend, we plan on taking you through some of the shops, the supermarkets, the shopping centre, just looking at the comparison
markets,
of
maybe.
cost. Oh, the wet markets would be a good one to do, actually.
Yeah, but we sometimes get derailed on the weekend, so we'll see how we go.
And you know why. If you're an Aussie, you know why you get derailed. You might have a Friday afternoon bevy and Saturday doesn't happen as you thought it would.
Exactly. So we'll get that to you, but thanks for watching, and make sure you book a ticket out of any country you're visiting is the number one tip.